You're brainwashing yourself the wrong way, bro. Everyone gets it wrong. Everyone's like, oh, well, you gotta start brainwashing yourself. I was doing competitive research to crush my competition, as I always do with every single video I make. They're all getting it wrong. The real proposition should be, start brainwashing yourself the right way. Okay? Because I'm going to define brainwashing real quick. This is a bit different from the textbook definition, but it's a bit close. It's close enough for me to still call it brainwashing. Pressuring someone into adopting different beliefs by using systemic means. Alright? I'm going to use explicit content as an example because it's a great example. I used to be addicted to it. I used to jerk off to every single thing under the sun. Alright, you name it. Cartoon characters, anime characters, real life, everything. Okay? Literally everything. Well, I guess not literally everything. I didn't go down the rabbit hole as far as some other people. But let's not get into it. Let's not talk about that. But pressuring someone into adopting different beliefs by using systemic means. Explicit content completely hijacks your dopamine reward circuitry, specifically regarding women. Because when you watch explicit content, it's kind of triggering the system where it's like, oh, well, I'm with a woman right now. I see a woman, your dopamine spikes. Then, because of the dopamine spike and the woman, you're satisfied, but you're not really at the core. But you kind of are. It's like a facade. Then you get the massive amounts of dopamine. Then you want to do it over and over and over and over again. When originally, most people, especially if you started young, you kind of get on the website. And it's kind of like, it's kind of weird watching other people do this. I guess boobies are nice, but what am I watching? It's kind of nasty. And there's a bunch of accounts of people saying that at the very start. But they always come back. They come back every single time because they've been systematically brainwashed. All right? Why do you think all of these companies use propaganda, your dopamine circuitry, all these different tactics in order to get you coming back over and over and over again? Because this is how you really change your beliefs. This is how you adopt new mindsets. This is how you get yourself to do stuff. The truth is, all these people who want to tear you down have really given you the blueprint towards building yourself up. Ironically enough, you just have to be very smart. The difference between smart people and very smart people is this. Smart people look at what these companies are doing and are like, oh, well, that's bad. I'm going to avoid it. Very smart people look at it and like, you know what? I see what you're doing here. They take a different angle. They look at the process, look at the system, like, all right, how can I use this for my own benefit? They take the rope that these companies are trying to strangle them with, take the rope and strangle them with it, or just take the rope and use it for their own benefit. The very smart people just ignore the smart people just ignore the rope. The very smart people take the rope and do something with it. That's what I'm proposing you do right now. So, how do you systematically change your beliefs? Pressure yourself into changing beliefs. It's actually really simple. Okay, all you have to do is first figure out what you want to change about yourself. So, let's say you're really fat right now. I say there's two levels of trying to change yourself. There's the levels where, and by change I mean changing, like let's say you're fat and you want to quit the habits that make you fat. Then there's also goals, like I want to achieve this. Now I would consider those changes. Okay, those are both changes. And there's two levels of change. So there's the first level, like stop being fat. There's like low level stuff. Like at the very start of your self-improvement journey, you're gonna be looking at stuff like, okay, well, how can I stop being fat? How can I quit explicit content? How can I approach a girl? All this other stuff, right? Basic stuff, right? And it's okay if you're at that level. I was at that level not too long ago, to be honest. That's level one. Then level two is more stuff like, all right, well, I want to get 1 million subscribers. I want to make money. I want to do this. I want to do that, right? Or I want to go from full-time income to, really making money that's really going to set myself free. Those are two levels. And the reason why I make this distinction is because I feel like once you get to the second level, it's much easier. Right, so you could just say, well, I want to make $1 million, or I want 1 million subscribers, and like subconsciously, and that's a very reductionist way of putting it, but within yourself, you're gonna start doing the things that are required to hit that goal. Like subconsciously, you're already gonna understand what's going on. If you're already at level 1, all the way down here, then you're gonna need a bit more help via this method. So I'm just gonna give you way number 1. If you're already at level 2 goals, level 2 changes you want to make within yourself, then you're going to be fine. Okay, you're not going to need the distinction, but all right, let's say you're level 1. Okay, let's say you're fat. All right, I used to be fat. Fatty. Hey, fatty, you're fat, aren't you? Fatty. Younger me, fatty, fatso. Fat bastard. You better listen, fatty. All right, fatty, listen. Fatso, you need to listen very carefully. Okay, this is gonna stop you from being fat. Okay, every time you eat food, every time you eat junk food, every time you say to yourself, "Oh, I'm fat, I'm this, I'm that," you're brainwashing yourself and brainwashing yourself into doing more things you don't actually want to do. So what you have to do is counter it with your own form of brainwashing. The way you do this is by sitting down, getting off. And by the way, if you're addicted to TikTok or social media or whatever, it's going to make it harder, okay? I would recommend, if you quit those, it's going to be far easier, okay? I'm seeing results very quickly from this because I'm not addicted to that type of stuff. But, you know, you can even use this to quit those addictions. I made videos about quitting those addictions too. You check the playlist in the description, you'll see it in there. But, okay, whatever, right? Addicted, not addicted. Let's fix this problem. Simply sit down or walk around, whatever you like to do. Whatever helps you think. Like stimulate your brain. All right? I know a lot of people don't think, but you got to think right now, all right? Or whenever you decide to do this. You should do this as soon as possible, okay? Don't be one of these nerds like, well, that's some great advice. I'm going to do that sometime, and then never do it. You are gay if you do that. Also, people are like, oh, well, I already am. And you're going to expect me to say, oh, well, you know, that's okay, you know, that's all great. No, I missed my camera. Hold on. I missed it again. No. Sin no more. Anyways. I love how I'm baking this. All right. So get yourself into a thinking state. All right. And then just simply visualize in your head. Let's say, remember, you're fat. And then extrapolate this to all other situations. Let's say you're fat now. Visualize yourself being at a healthy body weight. Visualize what you look like. Visualize yourself like touching your own body at this point. Not in that way, okay? Like your stomach. Let's say you have a big gut and then you're touching your stomach and it's a reasonably sized one. It's a lean stomach. Visualize yourself feeling that, the smell of you. You're not really going to smell anything, but just go through all your senses. I'm going to look like this. I'm going to smell like this. I'm going to taste like this. I know that's weird. Or I should say rather, not taste like this, but when I'm lean, when I'm healthy, the taste of my mouth is going to be like this. The smell from my nose is going to be like this. I'm going to look at the mirror and I'm going to see this. Okay? Go through literally, when I touch myself, it feels like this. Not like that again. Get out of your mind, out of the gutter. Do that. And you're going to realize that, and also affirm yourself during this. Like, I'm going to achieve this. I'm going to achieve this. I'm going to get lean. I'm going to get lean. And then if you're at level 1, for the level 2 people, that's enough. For those type of visualizations, just imagining yourself in the situation that you want to achieve, right? But level 1 people, right, you need a bit more. So maybe visualize yourself, I'm the guy that works out. Then imagine yourself working out. In the gym, feel the dumbbells in your hands. See yourself in the mirror, doing the curls. I eat healthy food. Imagine yourself eating the right foods. A plate of healthy food instead of Big Macs and whatever else the hell else you eat. Do that for like 20 minutes. And you are on the road towards brainwashing yourself into positive things. Now, of course, make a caveat. Just because you do this doesn't mean you are going to lose weight. Like, just because you imagine yourself losing weight doesn't mean you're going to lose weight. You still have to go out and eat less and start working out, right? Obviously. But the point is to get yourself into the mindset where you believe you can do the things necessary in order to achieve the end result. Because when you're brainwashing yourself the wrong way, by just saying, well, I'm fat, I'm this, I'm that, I'm eating a bunch of unhealthy food. You say this stuff to yourself because if you acknowledge yourself as fat and you go out and eat unhealthy food and every time you don't work out, you get mad at yourself and you just repeat this cycle, okay, of brainwashing yourself the wrong way. That is making it way harder for you to get out of being fat, okay? This is replacing that negative cycle with a positive cycle. Then you'll be able to start actually making progress and start losing weight. And apply this to anything. If you're not making money, if you are jerking off to everything under the sun like I was, all this stuff, okay? Just apply this principle. Do it for like 20 minutes a day. Freshmen need to start brainwashing themselves the right way. I mean, I'm just looking at them like, damn, you guys need to start brainwashing yourself the right way. You're causing confusion and delay. We got that reference. You're real. Want to join the movement building back Christian men? Check the link in the description. Follow me on Instagram, like all my posts. My Instagram's amazing because I'm amazing. Subscribe for more amazing videos. Website, give me your email. Those are my call to actions. See you next video.